On August 28, 1963, Peter Johnson was an 18-year-old man living the ugly reality of discrimination. He shares with us why he made the nearly 1,200-mile trip to our nation's capital for the March on Washington. As Nicole Baker explains, Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream is at the core of Reverend Johnson's mission in life.
Just hard to remember those painful days.
When Reverend Peter Johnson speaks, you sit up straight to listen.
1963 had taught me many lessons that summer. That we had to make what I consider a lifetime commitment based on America's ugly history of bigotry and slavery and discrimination, and a overt commitment to keep her foot on the neck of our people. My generation felt that we needed to face John Kennedy in the White House and the United States Justice Department to take a stand on America's historical problem of race.
It's been 60 years since 250,000 people from all over poured in at the feet of the Abraham Lincoln Memorial for the largest civil rights gathering of its time.
Can you take me back to the day you decided to go to the March on Washington?
Oh, God. The March on Washington was eternally be embedded in my psychic and in my heart. The March on Washington was August 28, 1963. The fact that I remember that date easily lets you know how much the March on Washington meant to an 18-year-old black kid growing up in the civil rights movement.
And a movement it was. Johnson's 1,200-mile journey from Louisiana to D.C. was a first-class seat to the realities of the 60s.
If you stopped at a bus station anywhere, it's segregated. Colored waiting section, white waiting section. Colored bathrooms, white bathrooms. Colored water fountains, white water fountains.
Will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Time has faded many things in 60 years, but not Johnson's memories. Those he keeps safe.
One of the fascinating things I remember about that day is Mahalia Jackson.
He says it was the gospel icon's booming voice that simply couldn't squeeze into a whisper that encouraged what we now know as King's iconic speech.
And Mahalia thinks she's whispering. She is saying, Martin, tell him about your dream. And every now and then, Dr. King looked back over his shoulder and he had that look on his face, shut the hell up.
Johnson says King shut his binder, gripped either side, and turned that podium into a pulpit.
And when that happened, Martin changed from a written speech to what the world remembers.
Many milestones later, and Johnson is still awestruck at how the March on Washington changed his life.
I remember all of the stars and the entertainers that was there. You know, I met Ossie Davis. Ossie and I would become friends.
Today, he marches peacefully and proudly through Oak Cliff, determined to uplift and empower his community.
I've done what he told me to do. You know, I fed the hungry, I housed the homeless, clothed the naked, and I've been fighting to set the captives free. I done what he told me to do.
It is so powerful to hear their stories, to hear the music that was played that day, and to see how it shaped so many people who are still shaping their own communities.
Yeah, they were young people when they marched on Washington, but now as older citizens, they get to pass on their stories, and it's important to take this time to pass on what they lived through and have learned, and still fight for today. So these are extremely powerful and important.
Yeah, and join us for Still Marching. It's a special commemoration of the March on Washington. That's tomorrow at 10 p.m. on CBS Channel 2 and on KCAL Channel 9 Sunday at 7 p.m.